welcome back to Vor's Physical Media Rant. I'm Vanessa. And we are going to do a part 2 of movies that deserve a Blu-ray or 4K. And I guess I'm going to start off this time. So my first pick is Shark Bait. It needs a Blu-ray, possibly a 4K, but I don't see that happening. But at least a Blu-ray. This movie would look amazing. A lot of people give this movie crap because the shark isn't that big. But in any shark movie, is the shark movie really this big?
It's also a low-budget movie.
Yes. But it definitely needs it. The blue of the sea would look really great. You know, all the kills would look really great.
My first pick, I am calling out Warner Brothers. Trick or Treat. Why don't we have it? Because Warner Brothers is a bunch of dumbasses. Give it the Scream Factory. Yes. They will do the justice. This needs it. Sam deserves it. I don't understand why Warner Brothers has not done this yet. I can't cuss, so Nightmare on Elm Street. Why haven't we got that yet? What are they waiting on? For Robert Englund to die to finally pay respects and put it out? I mean, they put Barbie on 4K for freak's sakes. Why don't you give Nightmare on Elm Street?
Mm-hmm. That definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
A nice box set, like
nice
Scream
box
Factory.
Set of Nightmare 1 through New Nightmare.
Yeah.
Even though that one ain't that great, but
no.
At least give it all. Give it to Scream Factory. Let them do it.
Yeah.
Same with this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This movie is has a very high cult following. We watch this every single Halloween.
No matter what.
No matter what. Halloween night, we usually do Michael Myers way before that.
Just so we can save, obviously, the best one for last.
Yeah.
Okay, my second one is from Universal, and I'm calling you out, The Watcher with Keanu Reeves. This movie would look amazing in 4K. All the darks, everything would just be perfect. And the fact that Keanu Reeves is a bad guy in a movie is unheard of. But he introduced me to this movie, and I absolutely loved it. It needs it.
Next, I'll be calling out Universal for one of the best football movies I think was ever made. Friday Night Lights. I don't understand why this doesn't have it yet. It's a great movie. We all know Texas loves football. I mean, we got Varsity Blues that took place in Texas. That was a solid 4K. Yeah, I don't understand why we have not gotten this. This is a very popular movie. It's got Billy Bob Thornton in it. I think it would look good, especially during the games with the lights and the different faces, the field, and just the overall general of watching a football movie in 4K. I think would be really good. American Underdog was a great one to see in 4K. The one about Kurt Warner.
Mm-hmm. I really liked that one.
That was a really good movie. I think a lot of people slept on that one.
They did.
Because Kurt Warner obviously was a Christian.
Yeah.
And not many people like Kurt Warner in football. For some reason, I can never figure it out. I followed him no matter what other team he went to. He got dogged at the end.
Yeah. Even if you don't follow him, you need to not sleep on that movie.
You need to just watch it. Just enjoy it. You don't have to like the player, just watch the movie. Same with this. If you haven't seen this, I'd have to ask where you've been for the last 20 years. Anyway, Universal, we need this. Get on it. 4K this year. I mean, you ain't releasing hardly anything else that's worth a crap, so release this.
Mm-hmm. My third one is Grand Isle with The Cage. Okay, so this movie is crazy in itself.
Nicolas Cage is a drunk. He's an asshole. He plays it perfectly.
He does. He plays it absolutely perfect. The aesthetic of the home and how they have it set up and everything in 4K.
And it takes place in Louisiana, so it would definitely be very dark.
Yeah. All the good movies come out of Louisiana.
That is true.
I definitely can say that.
Nicolas Cage is great at playing psycho, messed up, deranged characters.
He can play anything. That's the best thing about Nicolas Cage.
It don't matter what it is. The movie can suck to hell, and Nicolas Cage can still...
Like Prisoners of Ghostland. That movie was horrible, in our opinion, but the color of it was amazing and looked beautiful. And he did a great job. It's just the movie sucked.
Unfortunately, calling out Disney, but with one of the best actors, in my mind, Cocktail, Tom Cruise. Every Tom Cruise deserves a movie because there's not a actor on his level other than Nicolas Cage. So I don't understand why we don't have this. I know Disney's sucks. But the bar scene, the beach scenes,
especially the
hell, even the love scenes in this movie would look awesome in 4K. I don't understand why Disney wouldn't do this, because a lot of people would buy this because this was a very popular movie. We got Days of Thunder, of course that's Paramount. We got The Firm, I believe that's Paramount also.
Yeah, correct? I think so.
But Disney's giving us Tron Legacy next year, which is like, why?
But not the first Tron. That doesn't make any sense because they're coming out with a third Tron.
They're just like picking random movies that I don't think Tron Legacy did all that well. I mean, it'll probably look pretty good, but
yeah,
I don't think it did that well.
Yeah.
We need more Tom Cruise in 4K, period.
Or just do more of your 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, we don't have any or Fox movies coming.
Anything that you bought the rights to. Like, put these movies out or license them out, because other people like Kino Lorber, Shout Factory, Scream Factory, even Criterion would do an amazing job. So I just don't get it.
They could do Ice Age. They're just sleeping on that.
Yeah.
They rebooted it.
Sucked.
Scrat was not in it. It was complete garbage. Anything that they put on Disney Plus has been complete garbage.
Yes.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. My fourth pick is from Disney. It's Iron Will. Okay, so this movie is great. The snow scenes alone would just glisten if it was in 4K, let alone the dogs. I mean, I just don't, again, Disney owns it. They don't do anything but let it sit there. This doesn't even have a Blu-ray, for goodness sakes.
Yeah. I don't know why
I'm guessing because it's Walt Disney and not Disney. Yeah, you guys understand.
Yeah.
They need to get their shit together.
Next, I'm calling out Lionsgate for a movie called The Descent. About a group of girls going into a cave that they shouldn't have been in the first place, and then getting devoured by creatures underneath the ground. I mean, you got blood, tons of freaking blood, like a pool of blood.
Yeah.
With that, put this in 4K, brighten it up. The dark cave alone. They put this with Dolby Atmos with the eerie sounds throughout the cave.
Yeah, that would.
I mean, that would be just downright creepy. You got the water. You got the water glistening. The kills are insane. Just the creatures crawling around with Dolby Atmos crawling around all over your ears and whatnot.
That would sound amazing.
Give a slip cover of this. Have the girl, when it comes up, have like a pool of blood with the creature in it.
Yeah.
I think that would look pretty good. I know Lionsgate can do it. I have faith that they will do it. Because Lionsgate is a legit company.
Yeah.
Unlike Disney, you suck.
And my last pick I chose was The Terminator, the original. So
the only one, in my mind.
This movie would be great in 4K with all the scenes, but even Dolby Atmos, because then you could hear him walking from like the back end to the front end. It'd be perfect and everything.
We have a visitor.
Here we have a visitor. Here's Scoot.
Scooty-Doo.
Say hi, Scoot. She wants to be part of the video. But I don't know how James Cameron is doing these new ones that he's coming out, but his Terminator 2 ones sucked. So I don't know if maybe he needs to license this out and all of them out. I don't think he did all of them, but all of them should go in like a box set by Kino Lorber or Arrow.
I think will do justice on this, but back to Terminator 2, the movie looked dull. It just wasn't bright enough. Maybe
No.
that's his vision for how his movies. But you watch Avatar, it's bright. Maybe he thinks more of Avatar than he did his movies from back in the day. But about the first Terminator, you wouldn't have had the second Terminator.
Exactly.
Or the third Terminator, fourth, fifth. I don't know how many there is.
I don't know off the top of my
I
head.
was pretty much the first one does it for me. The rest of them, I don't really care. I could care less about.
Right. Well, we do like Salvation with.
The one Salvation with Kristen Bell, that was
he
good.
he actually did a really
That
good
would be
job.
Warner Brothers.
Yeah, but this one definitely needs it. I mean, get big old Arnold, and then once he loses half of his face, and you see him as, I mean, that would look amazing.
The darkness in this movie would look beautiful in HDR or Dolby Vision, which once again is Disney, so it'd probably be HDR.
Maybe.
Which is weird because they do Dolby Vision on their Disney Plus, which then they put IMAX in it like they're doing something special. The movie still looks like trash, just like their company.
Like Frozen. Frozen is on 4K.
Frozen.
It should have been bright as hell, and it was not.
The snow was blue. I understand they had to have a blue tint to it, but when you put it on a good high-end TV, it should look nice and bright. It's not bright at all.
No, was not happy with that.
No. This movie I actually had to order out of Germany because you can't find it over here unless you want to pay like
lots of money.
lots of money. Catherine Bigelow. This is actually one of my favorite movies for her. She has another one, The Hurt Locker, which got a 4K. That was a really good movie, a war movie. This is
a Lionsgate still.
That was a Lionsgate, yes. This is not a war movie. It's actually a vampire movie. To me, the best vampire movie ever made. And it has the late, great Bill Paxton. And he is like a psycho in this movie.
He is a psycho in this movie. He introduced me to this movie.
Near Dark. This is actually a digipack. It's region locked, but got a little booklet in there and everything.
You want me to hold it for you? Speaking of Bill Paxton.
He's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
He is the standout character in this movie. Then you got Lance Henriksen, a lot younger Lance Henriksen, obviously. But then you got your special features. Now the menu itself is in German, but if you don't know German, you can kind of figure it out because usually play, setup, kind of go to itself. But
or use Google Translate.
I actually found this on Amazon, imported it, just the way I can have it to watch it. Then we got a region free player, just way, because I remember seeing this movie when I was a kid. I watched it on HBO all the time.
This is actually the reason why we bought a region free player.
Yes.
They're not that expensive.
No,
They're really not.
We got a LG region player for $100. It's well worth it, especially for movies you can't find over here.
We have a few of them that were like that. Like we had The Burning was
Arrow. It was available in the UK.
Yeah, so we bought that, and then when it came over here, we ended up redoing it because it was in 4K.
Yes, but I don't know who owns this movie now. Years back, it was supposed to get a 4K. I remember a couple of YouTubers. Ken was actually one of the ones that talked about it.
From Mid-Level Media.
I don't know if he's ever seen it, but he's close to my age. He's closer to her age.
Yeah, because we were born the same year.
He should have seen this movie. A lot of people have probably heard of this movie. We actually found this movie at Second and Charles, which is a store that's in Maryland. It's kind of like a
Hamilton bookstore,
kind of
like
books,
that.
Yeah. You go in there. We actually found this on Blu-ray. Of course, it had no slipcover or anything. It was like $45.
Yeah.
So I actually went online, found this, had to import it. It was still cheaper than buying it for $45.
Yeah, we weren't gonna buy it. I think we got it for a decent good price with the import charge.
Yeah.
I think total was like around $25-$30.
Yeah. It's well worth it. But I don't know who owns this, but it needs it. I don't know if you're still working on it. If it'd be up to me, Second Sight could do this big chunky box set.
Like a Texas
Chainsaw Massacre right behind me. That was well worth the $70 that I paid for it. I would pay the same price for this one because this is the best movie other than Lost Boys.
And
That is the
John,
closest to the greatest vampire movie in my mind.
and the other one I would probably have to choose John Carpenter's Vampires. Those are probably those three are probably my favorites.
I think we'll probably get John Carpenter's Vampires because
It's John Carpenter.
of Scream Factory, Shout Factory.
Right.
They love anything John Carpenter, so most likely anything John Carpenter we're going to get. Which I don't have a problem with him. I don't like all his movies, but
For the most part.
for the most part, I like pretty much every single one of his movies. I haven't seen Starman yet. That's actually coming in that Columbia Classics 4K box set, which I never got any of those.
No.
Because there's only like one movie in each. Like the first one had Jerry Maguire. I got that off eBay.
Yeah, because somebody took
Somebody
it out
put it
of their
on sale. I
package.
grabbed it.
Yeah.
The new one coming out, it's got Punch Drunk Love, which I have the Criterion of that. Which Criterion did a wonderful on the Blu-ray on that movie.
Yeah, they did. I actually really liked that movie. That was my first time watch on that one.
Adam Sandler is just nuts in that movie. The way he acted.
Yeah.
He I don't even know how to describe it. He was weird.
Yeah.
He had like, I think he's something mentally wrong with him.
Maybe ADHD. I'm not sure.
Uncut Gems. That was a totally different role from him. That got a Criterion and damn well deserved it.
Yeah.
We never seen him in like a serious role before. At least I haven't until Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, that could be another movie we could call out. Adam Sandler, Waterboy.
Or any of them.
Wedding Singer.
I love that one.
Big Daddy.
Just go with it.
Yeah. What's another one? Happy Gilmore. Billy Madison. That Billy Madison would be Universal.
Yeah.
I don't know where we get that.
Probably not. We probably won't get any of Adam Sandler on 4K.
Adam Sandler back in the day.
Grown Ups.
Yeah, Grown Ups.
It's got all those people in it. Come on.
Back in the day, his movies were really funny.
Yeah. You know, if you ever needed a movie to laugh, you can just put an Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah, literally. Or I done talked about this in another video. American Pie.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get movies like American Pie anymore.
Mm-mm.
You don't get any movies like Porky's anymore.
Mm-mm.
Revenge of the Nerds. I don't know why we haven't got that in 4K yet. That would be that'd be a good Revenge of the Nerds.
Or even Porky's. I mean, we got...
Yep. Vinegar Syndrome would be the perfect culprit for Porky.
Yes.
Put a half-naked woman on the back. Put a big peephole in the front, and with the cover pulling up with a shower with a half-naked woman. Perfect for
Vinegar Syndrome.
Vinegar Syndrome. And the inside, put a fully nude woman. Because that's what they're looking at. They're looking at peepholes. That's the way movies were done back in the day.
They did Animal House.
They did Animal House. That movie is hilarious, too, though. Van Wilder.
Yeah.
We always got that in 4K. But that was a rather raunchy movie. Yeah. We need more raunchy movies in 4K. Or Blu-ray, even. We haven't
watched the No Hard Feelings yet with Jennifer Lawrence, but we're definitely looking forward to that one. We heard that one's pretty raunchy.
That's good, though.
Which is good, because that's like a movie nowadays instead of beforehand.
I have to say the best movie that's coming out that, once again, has Nicolas Cage in it, Longlegs. Finally, it looks like a good, remote, scary movie. Because these scary movies nowadays, they're just gay. I mean, you at least talk to me about a stupid-ass hand. I mean, what is scary about that? You had idle hands. You didn't need anything after that. That movie was actually funny.
That actually deserves
A24 comes out with some good movies. Then they come out with some really garbage movies.
Yeah.
And we're going to criticize movies on here. Once this is our opinion. So everybody's not going to have the same opinion of what we have.
It's like him and I aren't going to have the same opinion either.
I come from an older generation, so I look at movies with a different aspect than what people look at it nowadays. Oh, no?
Yeah.
I will always say this. Physical is always the best format to watch a movie. Streaming, you got to have fast internet. It lags. It's not always going to be there.
No.
In 4K, it's always going to have the best picture over streaming. I will argue with somebody to their death about that. But a lot of people don't understand that nowadays. They just figure they just click a button, put on streaming. It's so much easier, which it is. But you're not going to get the picture. But I guess if you don't care about that, I guess they no use ranting about it. I guess.
Right.
Right. But, well, I done ran on long enough. So
we got off subject, but that's okay. But
yeah.
Please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. That would be awesome. And thank you for watching.
Thank
and
you.
We'll see you next time.
See you in the next one.